Hey guys! So today I want to put in some more work on my floors because I've just been sort of neglecting them for long enough, and I'll show you where we're at right now. Okay, so I'm talking about this room, and as I've mentioned before, I still have to do the whole perimeter all the way in through the whole closet and around the outside because the drum sander obviously doesn't go all the way to the edge of the wall, and then the edger didn't work on the floor here because you can see the brown paint. So what the edger would do is it would just sort of melt the paint and mush it around. So I'm finding that the only thing that works is this hand scraper, and it takes forever. It was how I was able to finish up the hallway here, the edges of the hallway. This whole room out here is done. But I still need to finish up with these two little front rooms. So this room, the middle has all been sanded with the drum sander. And then this room hasn't even been sanded with the drum sander at all. So this whole room, but that I'm saving for the end. So today, and this was this was actually my plan for the winter, for over the winter, was to get these two front rooms finished up, but the heat just came on. Let me just, one sec. Okay, my heater just came on, so you might not be able to hear me as well because you can hear the fan blowing. I turned it off, but it'll take a minute to turn off. So anyways, as I was saying, was my plan for this winter was to get these floors done. Because in the summer, I'm just obsessed with gardening and everything outside, so I always get taken over in the spring and summer with projects outdoors. So my plan for the winter was to finish these floors, which I obviously didn't do because it takes so long with this hand scraper, but it's got to get done. The other thing I always debate is these floors are actually the subfloor. They're like a soft pine. So my long-term plan really is to put new hardwood flooring down, but it's just not in the budget right now for me to do. So, and the floor, when I first bought the house, the floors that were here were just awful. They were so bad. They were in really bad condition. And they were laminate and they were running in like every which direction. Like the hallway here was going, instead of running vertically, it was running horizontally this way. But then as you would lead into other rooms, they would then switch direction and go vertically. So, and there were like big gaps and missing pieces along the edges, and it was just really bad. So I had to get them out. And in the meanwhile, I just wanted to finish these floors off with like a clear polyurethane, which I've done throughout the rest of the house, the hall and the living dining. And I just want to get them, to that level. So then it's more livable, and then when the budget allows for it, I can put in hardwood flooring. And honestly, I really do like this rustic look. I've always sort of liked this more lived-in rustic. I find it charming, so I'm liking it. For now, it's totally fine. So today, my plan today is to just get if you can see, there's this like paper adhesive here. So this is actually from flooring that was already on here before. So I want to do this whole section of wall here. I've already started and I've gotten the paper adhesive off here because it'll just look a lot cleaner. And obviously then I want to get the brown paint off as well. But I've resorted to breaking this job up into small chunks because I'm not doing it because it's just so overwhelming because it's so much work and so time consuming. So today I just want to handle this one wall because I feel like I can convince myself to at least do that. I got a grinder, a power tool, and that actually is working okay at removing getting off the paper as well, the paper adhesive, but nothing seems to be working well with the paint. So I'm just gonna focus on getting the paper adhesive off at least, because just the brown paint, at least it's just one step closer, right? So yeah, let's get started on that, and I'll show you how this hand scraping thing works. And actually, interestingly enough, before power tools were invented, this is how people used to finish their floors, as they would use hand scrapers. Not too much different than this, and scrape their entire floor. This was like a traditional method used in flooring, which I think is cool, and yeah, it gives it a more rustic, sort of charming look, which, as you know, I like. So yeah, let's get started. Pretty hard, as you can see. I think I'm gonna get out the grinder and try that, because it's physically just so challenging. Okay, show you what I got. It's actually working better. It's not getting everything, but I got a lot of it off. I think maybe if I use that and then supplement with the hand scraper, might be the best. The only problem is I don't have ear protection and it's really loud. So I might just kind of finish off this section with the hand scraper. Okay, I'm trying to hold the camera up just to show you. It's hard to do this with only one hand, but you can see. Hopefully you can see. How this works. It's super hard with just one hand. The hand is not strong enough. Okay, and this is where I got to. I didn't go under the table, but I got this little section done, and I got some of the paint off of this third board here, so it's cleaned up a bit as well. But if I just do a little bit each day, then eventually this whole room will be done. Oh my gosh, this is like so time consuming, and it's so boring, and it's so like hard on the hands and wrists. So I hate doing this, but that's why I'm just gonna make myself do little bits at a time. That's a little trick. If you really don't want to do something that takes a lot of time, just break it up into small chunks and do a little bit each day, and eventually it'll get done. Then you can focus on more fun projects. Like this week I want to build a gate for my backyard, so that's kind of coming up as one of the next projects. And I don't know, you guys know there's a million things to do in this house, so I will see you on the next video. Bye! I'm gonna have some coffee.